Hello guys. Hello. Today in this assignment, that is assignment number 11, barriers to communication. In this video we are dealing with assignment number 11, barriers to communication. Before that you should know what is barrier means. Barriers means obstacles, difficulties, hindrance, problem in communication. Okay? In scientific definition is barriers are an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication is called communication barrier. An impediment means obstacle, hindrance, problems, difficulties that hamper, that break, that cut the smooth flow of communication. An impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication is called barriers. But there are a lot of barriers. For example, when I am speaking in class, my pronunciation, my tone, my rhythm are different. It is called language barrier, a cultural barrier. If I am using Google Meet, okay, there is some technical issues that is called technical barrier or mechanical barrier. Suppose distance, also physical barrier. Psychology, my feeling, my mood, that is called psychological barrier. So these are the barriers. Barriers means difficulty, hindrance, problems that break the smooth flow of communication. That is called communication barrier. So in this assignment, we are dealing with what is meant by barriers, its types, and its remedies. How to overcome the barriers? Because barrier it is obstacles, problems for effective communication. Due to this physical, mechanical, language, psychological barriers, it create problems and it leads misunderstanding. So let us discuss barriers to communication. Okay, barriers means problems, difficulties, hindrance. Another definition, an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication, it's called communication barriers. Types, there are 5 types of barrier. One that is called physical barrier, means an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to time, noise, physical fitness, distance. What I'm saying, time, noise, physical fitness and distance is called physical barrier. Second, it is mechanical barrier, an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to defaultiness in machine, due to defaultiness in system, that is called mechanical barrier. Language barrier, an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to different native background, due to different native background. That's why my language is different. That is called language barrier. Fourth, that is a that is psychological barrier, an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to different mentality, different attitude, different psychology. It's called psychological barrier. It consists prejudice, generation gap, retention, attitude, memory, likeness, dislikeness. This is a psychological barrier. And last, that is called semantic barriers. Semantic barriers means one word having different meanings. Word have a different meanings. For example, allusions, synonyms, antonyms. The word which can create, the word which is often confuse, homophones. Such words create problems. So it is called semantic barriers. Six, that is called status barrier also, due to the different working environment and professional mobility, and an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to the new working environment and professional mobility, ups and down in profession, insecure feeling of professions. This is called status barrier also. So there are six types of barriers. Okay, we discuss the definition, examples and remedies also. Okay, so let us discuss the practical significance. The ultimate aim of any communication is to reach out the maximum meaning without distortion or communication gap. Okay, communication means without any misunderstanding, distortion and communication gap. It is essential to deal and scope with communication barrier so as to ensure smooth and effective communication. Effective communication involves way to overcome the barriers and conveying a clear and concise message to the receiver. This learning experience gives exposure to communicate effectively and skillfully at workplace. Okay, it is our duty for effective communication to avoid communication barrier for smooth and effective communication. It is our duty as a sender, it is our duty to convey clear and correct message to the receiver. This is a practical significance. So as a sender, we take a lot of precautions to avoid the barriers. Okay, program outcomes: basic knowledge. Apply knowledge of basic mathematics, science and basic engineering to solve the problems related to application of computers and communication service in storing, manipulations and transmitting data, often in the context of a business or other enterprises. The writer says we should use the knowledge, basic knowledge of mathematics, science and basic engineering to solve problem regarding the application of computers as well as regarding the storage of data, manipulation and transmitting data. Communication: communicate effectively on oral and written form. Lifelong learning: engage in independent and lifelong learning along with technological changes in IT and applied industry. Course outcomes: and communicate effectively by avoiding barriers in various formal and informal situations. Okay, then practical learning outcomes: present any two barriers to communication using case study. Practical skill: use computer systems including language lab software. Develop case studies for any two barriers. Affective domains say follow safety practices, demonstrate working as a leader and individual or team members. Minimum theoretical backgrounds: the knowledge of type of barriers is essential. We already discussed the types of barriers. A sender should be aware of the remedies to minimize the barriers. Feedback should be taken from the receiver to make communication effective. Setups language lab with relevant software. Procedures: look at the procedures. Log in your account, student console या assign folder. Read, understand instruction from practical manuals, assignment documents and discuss the understanding with your facilitators, your teachers. Select a case study on barrier to communication. And fourth, answer the question given below the case study and submit the assignment. Precautions: you know the precautions. Here you should write the actual content in your assignments. First, what is barrier? Barrier means a disturbance, obstacles or problem in communication process. This is simple definition. Second definition, an impediment that hampers the smooth flow of communication is called communication barrier. Okay, why the barrier took place? Because sender and receiver are responsible. Sender sides, maybe the channels, maybe encoding decoding message. Okay, maybe transmission of message, neglect of receivers. These are the factors. On receiver sides, maybe lack of knowledge, poor vocabulary, psychological problems. These are the issues. Due to this such issues, barriers are created. Yes, what is mechanical barrier? The answer: the barriers that arise occurs due to the problem in machinery or instrument which is used to transmit the message is called a mechanical barrier. Mechanical barrier are interference of technical source in communication process. For example, दिया उन्होंने defect in device like telephone, loudspeaker and the internet connection used for communications. Google Meet use कर रहे हो हम, there is lot of problems, technical issues are occurred, and that's why I am not communicate with you more effectively. Maybe the mic, maybe the sound quality, maybe the screen, maybe the server, maybe electricity. Lot of issues are created. Such issues, technical issues, is called mechanical barrier. Means the technical problems arise or occurred in communication, that is called mechanical barrier. Another definitions, an impediment that hamper the smooth flow of communication due to defaultiness in motion, that is called mechanical barrier. Remedies, here is examples. Two friends talking on mobile phone, but due to problem in mobile speaker, communication process get disturbed. We are traveling by train and we are speaking with our friends through mobile phone. It disturbance. So such as the mechanical barrier. In the above example, communication process is disturbed due to the problem in mobile phone. Problem solving these problems. For solving this problem, you may change the device, repair your mobile phones, use any other substitute devices. These are the remedies. General remedies are as follows. We should take a lot of precautions while handling machines for, yeah, any devices for communication. We should collect more information how to handle the machines using for communications. Third, we should take we should maintain machine properly, we should maintain instrument properly for communications. Okay, these are the some remedies. Okay, we should be sure that this machine quality, yeah, instruments quality is proper, it should be useful, there is no defect. Such precaution is used to avoid mechanical barriers. Maintain properly, repair it, collect proper information how to handle it. Okay, uh, check it before using communications. So these are the precautions we will using devices to avoid mechanical barriers. Next, physical barrier, environmental barrier to communications. Physical barrier, yeah, environment due to noise, time, distance and physical fitness. Physical barrier occurs due to time, distance and noise. Noise is a physical barrier to effective communication. Noise may have its origin from an external source or may exist even in the communication process. Effective communication is difficult on the factory floor, the bus stand or railway station because there is too much noise. Noise is a physical barrier of effective communication. Noise, distance, time and physical fitness also. These are the four factors of communications which occurred physical barrier, yeah, environmental barrier. Maybe effective communication is difficult on the factory floor, the bus stand and railway station. Noise distort message and acts as a barrier of effective communication. For example, the teacher is teaching in classroom but due to external noise of music system, teaching learning process is disturbed. In the above examples, teaching learning process is disturbed due to external noise. Remedies, for solving this barrier, teachers stop teaching for few minutes. Teachers speak loudly. Students listen carefully. Close doors and windows. If possible, change your place. Such are the remedies. This is noise. Time. Time play also more important role. Maybe the morning time is very important to understanding the message. The same message will pass at afternoon, yeah, evening. It create disturbance. This is time. Distance. The students, yeah, the receiver who is sitting near the speaker, near the sender, they understand their message properly, and the receiver who is sitting afar from the speaker, it create disturbance. So distance also. Physical fitness, maybe the both sides, sender and receiver side, is responsible to create physical barriers, yeah, environmental barriers. So we should avoid such barriers using modern gadgets, modern techniques and remedies. Okay, and distance, maintain the distance properly. Okay, avoid the noise pollutions, declare silent zones, manage time as per your choice, as per your likeness. If you are not physically fit, then do not participate in communication. Maybe the no doubt don't perform the role as the sender and receivers. So these are the remedies to avoid physical or environmental barriers. Okay, this is mechanical barrier, physical and environmental barrier. Language barrier means due to the different native background, different space, different intonation, pronunciations. Okay, so maybe respect to each others, follow vocabulary, develop mutual understanding for language barriers. Okay, next, psychological barrier due to the different mentality, like likeness, dislikeness, mood, feelings, emotions, retentions, prejudice, generation gap. We should respect each other, we should understand each other. Okay, psychological barrier. Semantic barriers means we should enhance our vocabulary, maybe the illusions, maybe homophones as synonyms, antonyms also. And status barrier like new working environment, professional mobility means ups and downs. So adjust ourselves, respect. Okay, encourage subordinate, motivate subordinate. These are the remedies you should follow for barriers. I hope you understand the barriers and you should perform and write the same assignment in your assignment. Thank you.